Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the What's the Vibe podcast. I'm your host, Roy, and I'm so thankful that you've decided to give me a chance and listen to me today. So thank you so much for tuning in. I say it's the first episode very lightly. This is more of a formal introduction. We have so many pre-recorded episodes that are going to be coming out. So this is not the first real episode, but this is technically the first real episode. If you don't know who I am, my name is Roy. If you do know who I am, thank you for checking me out. I appreciate you sticking by with me. I am a singer, a songwriter, and a regular writer, I guess. I write everything from books to scripts to poetry to whatever you can think of. That's literally what I do. Writing and music are my passions in life, and that's literally what I intend to do. I love to tell stories. I think to the core, I'm a storyteller, and that ranges in so many different things, and that's kind of why I created this podcast, because some stories are just better straightforward, just to tell you, straight to the audience, because a lot of the times they're really funny. So, you can't really write a song about something funny. You can, but, you know how that goes. But I'm so glad that I'm finally doing this. This has been a long time coming. I've wanted to create a podcast literally for years after people have been telling me that I should. And me and my best friend specifically, we have so many stories that we can tell that range from different life experiences. So expect that. The actual first episode is going to be me and my best friend, Madison. She will be co-hosting pretty often. It's called Fake Friends, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be playing right after this. Before we get into that, a little bit more about me. I am a full-time student. I'm supposed to get my degree in less than a year. I study literature and writing and music technology. It's a bit of a double whammy there. It combines two of my biggest passions. So I'm really excited to be finally done. I'm getting my bachelor's. I will go back for my master's possibly eventually, but your boy needs a break. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. If you don't know, I have put out some songs over the last year and a half. My first debut single, Come Through, came out in August of 2022. It's a fun disco pop track, so if you're into that kind of vibe, I would definitely check that out. My second single, Fuck, is a bit of a R&B pop track. It's very fun. It's more sentimental in a way, but it's still really fun. And then my third single, The Club, is very R&B, slow groove, very good vibes. That's my favorite song I've ever made so far. For those of you who've been asking, yes, I'm always still working on music. I'm working on an album right now, but as I said, I'm a full-time student. I do also have a regular job, and your boy's not rich, and it costs a lot of money to make music. So while I'm in the writing process and creation process of that, I'm also pursuing things like this, my podcast. And I'm working on a bunch of other fun stuff, which I'm really excited to reveal down the line. So I really hope that you guys, stay interested. My first passion is music. I literally used to watch VH1, the top 20 countdown of the music videos of the time, every morning before school, when I was in elementary school. Now these days, I don't think people really watch VH1, but music runs very deep for me. I've studied music and the charts. Even as a kid, I always was paying attention to who's charting and who's doing what and who's outperforming. And I've always loved pop culture, especially music and pop culture. So you'll hear me talk a lot about music. But I have tons of fun stuff planned for this podcast. I want to get into the different types of episodes you can expect from this podcast. It's very rarely going to be me sitting here by myself. Oftentimes it's going to be kind of like a story time podcast where me and another co-host will talk about stories of the lessons that we've learned that pertain to a certain subject. Like I said earlier, the Fake Friends podcast episode, I'm sure you can take a guess at what that's about. It's our experience with fake friends and what we've learned and what they've taught us. We have very interesting stories to tell for that. And it's going to range. We have so many different things that we can talk about. So that's like a story time kind of vibe. We also have the hot seat episodes, which I will have a co-host off camera that'll just basically provide commentary for me when I'm talking about today's hot topics. It can range from, the feuds that are happening in celebrity news or more serious stuff. That I'm really excited about as well. We have what possibly could be my favorite type of episodes, which are deep dive episodes. They will often pertain to music-related things like albums. I will do a deep dive and go track by track about what I love about those songs and why they create this amazing body of work. The first deep dive episode is actually going to be Positions by Ariana Grande. That is my favorite Ariana Grande album. So I'm just going to break it down track by track and talk about the lyrics, talk about the composition, talk about the harmonies. Like, there's so many things that go into it, especially as a musician myself. I'm very hands-on with my music. So it's very fun for me to dissect other people's music because it's just literally what I do. But it'll range between that, or I can go into someone's entire discography. And I don't want to narrow it down to just music. Maybe I'll go into some movies or many various other subjects. Lastly, there's going to be the interview types of episodes where I sit down with somebody that I find really interesting and I ask them various questions about their life or the things that they're doing and stuff like that. That can range from literally anybody. There are a couple people that I do have lined up for interviews, and it's literally not going to be the most outrageous people. A lot of them are just regular people. I mean, everyone's regular. I guess that's a weird way to put it. But, I'm so interested about everybody's walk of life. I want to know about so many different people, especially who have experiences that I will never experience or have never experienced. So you should expect that. That's going to be really, really fun. I think the biggest thing that I'm really excited about is just to kind of have these therapy sessions. I think there's so much to learn in life. I've experienced so much in just my 25 years. There's so much to get from other people. There's so much to get from my friends. Like, we just have so much insight because we're those type of people that really do a lot of inner work. I'm very spiritual. So if you are spiritual as well, you'll love a lot of the things that we talk about on these podcast episodes because you realize that spirituality really comes into everything. When it comes to finding a partner, when it comes to making friends, when it comes to loving yourself, when it comes to wanting to do the best for yourself, find a better job, work on your passions. It all comes to spirituality. And everything comes into fruition when you have a lot of self-love, which I literally probably talk about in every single episode, how self-love is like the most important lesson that you can learn for yourself. So I cannot wait to get into some of those. Like, we started recording episodes a couple months back. I'm recording this in February. I'm hoping to have episodes come out in March. It is a long process. Like I said, I'm a full-time student and I work and I have my own life. So I'm trying to get things together. This is kind of a solo ship, like I'm doing everything myself and I'm very proud of the work that I've done so far. But please bear with me. I'm going to get these out as best as I can. And I just really want to provide good content for you guys. I don't want to put out things that I think are stupid or just a waste of your time. A lot of my inspiration for this podcast comes from Tana Mojo. She has her Canceled podcast with Brooke Schofield, which I love, love, love Brooke. I want to shout them out because they really put me into my spot of wow, I really can do this. I don't have to talk about politics or I don't have to talk about, things that I don't have to try to change people's lives. I'm here to honestly just provide entertainment. I want to make you smile. I want to definitely make you laugh, or I want to provide you good insight. But I don't take me too seriously. I don't take life too seriously in general. I'm just one step at a time, I would love to just talk about life, and that ranges from so many things. So thank you to the Canceled podcast for really inspiring me because I've been thinking about this for so long and I'm like, I can do it. But yeah, so what's to come? Like I said, we've got the Fake Friends episode. That is going to be the first official episode. After that, we have an episode about the terrible tales of men. And that is definitely a fun episode because you get to hear some fun stories, especially the one where Maddie and I didn't know we were talking to the same guy. What? You'll have to stay tuned and find out how that happened. And then we also have an episode about the types of drugs that we've done. And should you do drugs? Maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe that's something you should stay away from. Or maybe it's exactly what you need. And then, of course, like I said, I've got the deep dive episode. We just have so many fun things coming, and I can't wait for you guys to go on this ride with me. And I really, really hope that you actually stick it through. I'm going to be posting these on Spotify, hopefully Apple Music. They're definitely going to be on YouTube. You get to see my pretty face if you want to, or if you don't want to, I don't blame you. You can just be on Spotify. I just want to talk with you guys. Like, I really just have so much to say, and I finally am going to say it. You're going to get all the tea, all the fucking shade, all of it. Maybe not all of it, but all tea, all shade, bitch, no offense. Okay. I plan on posting videos every other Sunday. I'm not sure if I said that already, but every time that you get up on Sunday morning, you should expect to see a What's the Vibe episode in your little inbox. So I'll be fresh on YouTube. I'll be fresh on Spotify. I think that you can do like Pandora. I'm not really sure. I'm still figuring that out. But whatever you listen to podcasts on, I will be there. And I'd love to spend your Sunday morning with you. Or I'd like to spend any of the day with you. I tend to listen to podcasts on my way to school because school, especially during the traffic hours, is an hour and a half for me. Ugh, terrible. And I have to do that multiple days a week. But in that case, podcasts do really come in handy. And that's why like my love for podcasts has really grown. So I really do hope that you'll sit down with me. This is going to be really short, but they are going to usually be an hour to an hour and some change, you know? But yeah, thank you so much for listening. I think that's pretty much all I have for this. You know, I don't want to get into too much because I have lots of episodes planned and you'll get all the tea, all the fun in those. This is just a cute little introduction. I really appreciate you if you're listening, if you're watching. I'm so grateful. There's one thing that I really love to do and I love to create. I love to make art, and that's either in music, either in podcasts, either in writing, whatever it is. Like, I will always pursue what I love to do. And this is definitely one of those things. So I really appreciate you. If you are on Spotify, please give me a little favorite. And don't worry, the next episode is about to play. You have to get all the tea. So stick around, please. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, please. I love to read comments and I love to respond. If you're a little shy, it's okay. Maybe we'll get you in a few episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for checking out What's the Vibe? Okay, this is only going to make it into the ending of the recording if it goes well. As I said, I'm a singer, and I'm going to sing a little something for you. What should I do? I'll do a little Alicia Keys moment. And if it's shit, you're never going to watch this anyway. Ready? Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. And I've been there before, but that life's a bore, so full of the superficials. Well, just kidding. I'm not gonna go that hard right now. Thank you.